Hey guys, it's Owen Card Magic here. I got a request to do a trick called Starship Leader. This trick was made by Arnaud Chevier. Um, so the credit is given to him. I just made a twist on this trick because the whole point of my channel is to make hard tricks easy, and this trick was very difficult to learn, especially if you are a beginner. So it would be very difficult to learn. I also did a tutorial because there are not any tutorials on the internet because the one tutorial they have is a performance video with text boxes explaining how to do the trick, which is not ideal for learning a trick. So it took me a while to learn this trick because I had to learn off text boxes, but now I got it, and I have made some of the harder parts of the trick different to make it easier. But now, if you watch this video and you have the basics of the trick, if you want to go back to um, maybe on the internet or something and look at the performance, maybe you can figure out the harder parts for yourself, and or you can just do this version, which I thought was a very good version of this trick. So let's get started. Open the box here. I put all the other cards to the side. I have the 4 aces right here. And I have all my other cards right there. So, square that up for you. Okay, so I have the 4 aces right here. I'm going to flip the other cards over so you can tell. I'm going to put the first ace down right here. I'm going to put the second one down right there. And I'm going to put the third and fourth one down right here. Right there. Okay, so now I'm going to flip the cards over, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, put it down. 1, 2, 3, put it down here. And 1, 2. So now that I laid all the cards down for you, so you know it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'm going to square them up over here. So you can tell here. 1, 2, 3. I'll just move them down a little bit too. Okay, so now we have our 3 piles behind each one. So now I'm going to show you the 2 cards. And here are the 6 and the 6. Got that? Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these down right there also. So now I'm going to grab these 3 cards that I laid down on the first ace. I'm going to tap here, flip them over. None of them turned into the ace. They stayed the exact same. Flip them over. Yep, they didn't change at all. Now I'm going to grab this ace and tap it on the pile. Tap it back, and it has changed. It is not the ace. I'm going to grab my cards here, the 6 and the 6. And I'm going to show you that with a little bit of work, I can make it turn into the ace and the 6. Now, if I want to change it back really quick, flick it, and I can make it the 6 and the 6 again. Now let's put these two, the 6 and the 6, back here. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab these 3 cards for this card right here. I'm going to flip them over. None of them are the ace. Now I'm going to flip them back over, tap them a little bit. None of them are the ace. Keep them flipped over so you can see that. I'm going to grab the ace here, tap, tap, flip it over. It's not the ace. I'm going to grab these 2 cards right here. And now I'm going to grab these 2 cards, give it a little shuffle, and bang. Ace and the 6. Now, I have the ace and the 6 here. I'm going to set the ace and 6 down right here. And I'm going to grab these 2 cards here. So now that I grabbed those 2 cards there, I will show you that I have the ace here and my 2 random cards over here, right here. 1, 2. Got my 2 random cards. And I'm going to put the ace on the bottom of my cards. rub it a little bit. And while I'm doing that, while I'm rubbing it, I want to explain to you guys that this trick is a pretty hard trick, but I am making it a little easier. So, I will be teaching some of the parts in this trick that make it hard later on. So yeah, so now I'm going to put my 2 random cards down, and I'm going to grab my ace, and I'm going to rub it. I'm going to put this ace on there too. I'm going to rub it on there. Rub the ace on there. Square it up. Now I'm going to grab the ace back, put it on here, rub it too. Grab it up, put it over here and flip it over, and it's the 3. I'm going to grab this pile. I'm going to give a little flick here, and they are all 4 aces. Now, this trick is a very cool trick because it has a great effect on your audience. So yeah, let's get into the tutorial. What you're going to need is you're going to need your 4 aces here. All 4. I'll lay those down for you guys. You're also going to need you're going to need 12 random cards. So you're going to need, just doesn't matter, just 12 random cards from the deck. So in case you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? Now that I have 12 random cards and the 4 aces, you're going to skip the 4 aces up here. And you're going to, when you're doing this, if you're a spectator, you're going to grab a break with these last 2, the first 2 cards and the aces together. And then you're going to grab a break in between those 6 cards and the main deck. It's right here with your pinky. Oops, sorry. See that break? So you're going to be showing your spectator here. You got the 4 aces and then your random cards down here. But really, you have 6 cards because you have 4 aces and 2 random cards. So then you're going to do is you're going to flip this bottom deck over. Say I'm going to flip it over. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the first ace down. It's going to be the leader ace. I'm going to put another ace down over here. Flip it over. And then this is one of the trickier parts that I think is a little tricky. You're going to say I have the 3rd and the 4th ace in my hand here that I'm going to flip over and put down. So you flip this 4 cards over, pretending to be 2, and then you put the 2 aces down here, but they're really a 7 and an 8. See, you have ace, ace, 2 random cards, and then the 2 top cards are aces. Okay? Everyone get that? So what you're going to do is you're going to flip the deck over so the aces are on the bottom. And you're going to count 1, 2, 3 on the false ace. And you're going to spread it out to show them a little bit. So you have 3. And then you do that again. 1, 2, 3 on the false ace again. And then you're going to go 1, or you're going to put 1, you're going to put 1 to the back. 1 card to the back. And then go 1, 2. And put it on the real ace over here. Right? Now, let me show you the setup I have in my hand. I actually have 4 cards, not 2, which I was showing you 2. I have the 2, and then I sandwich the aces because I put 1 to the back. Okay? I have 2 random cards, 2 aces, or a random card, 2 aces, and a random card. So now this is one of the trickier parts that you have to sell to the spectator. You're going to say, I'm going to put these cards over here, right here, because you know I have 3, 3, 2. So now you're going to say, so you sold the 4 cards in your hand. You're going to say, I'm going to shuffle them up a little bit. You're going to put the top card to the bottom. So then you have random, random, ace, ace. Got that? Okay. And then you're going to go, okay, look, I have the, you're going to do this kind of down like this if you have a spectator. Or you can do it off, I did a little bit off camera. You can go you want to like do this move right here where you just spread them like that, and you'll say I have the 6 and 2 here. Show the spectator, and then you don't want to show them too long for them to see. You just want to show them long enough where they know 6 and 2, and then you put it down. So you say, okay, now I have my 2 cards here. You won't even force it, you have 2 cards right here. So you're saying, now that I have my 2 cards here that I showed you, the 6 and the 2, I'm going to flip these 3 cards over. The random 3 cards. So you flip the 3 cards over, show them that none of them are the ace. They can hold them if they want. And you say, okay, so now that none of them are the ace, I can flip them over. You can do that a couple times for effect, but you don't need to. And then you're gonna grab the ace. You're gonna say, I'm gonna grab the ace, and I'm gonna tap it here, put it back, tap it here, put it back, and then I flip the ace over. But wait, it's not the ace. And they're gonna be like, well, that's pretty cool, but where'd it go? So you're gonna be like, okay, now I'm gonna grab these cards, and now this is the tricky part. Instead of going like this and saying I have the 6 and the 2, you're gonna go like this the other way and grab the 6 like this. Alright, you're gonna grab the ace from the bottom and pull it out. So now I have the ace and the 6. But you gotta be careful. I have the ace and the 6. Not the, I believe, 2 and the 6, because you grabbed it from the bottom and not the top. Now you gotta practice that to remember which one's the ace and which one's the random card. Now you say, I have the ace and the 6, but with one flick, I can make it turn back. So you flick it, and then you just pull the ace out, or you pull the 6 out, not the ace, so then the 2 comes back. See? Okay, so now you say I have the 6 and the 2 again, and the ace it was here, now it's gone. Okay? It's gone. So, now I'm going to grab my 3 random cards again, right here. 3 random cards in the other ace on the table. So I'm going to say, okay, I got my 3 random cards. I'm going to flip them back over, tap them. They're not the ace. I'm going to put that on the table. Now I'm going to grab the ace and I'm going to tap it here, tap it back, tap it here, tap it back. And then I'm going to flip it and it's not the ace. It's a 7. So now I'm going to grab here in the middle of the pile. There's this pile of 2 cards, which is actually 4. And this is one of the trickier parts. You're going to draw the attention off the cards. When you do this move, you want to do this like by your lap or under a table if you're at a table. Just make them look at your eyes. You're going to get a double lift. Get a double lift and then a break between the 2 aces and the 2 random cards. So this is the 2 aces and then the 2 random cards here. And then you want the aces on the top still. So now that you have that break, what you're going to do is you're going to say, so the ace is not, the 7 is changed, the ace is changed to the 7. So now you're going to say, look, with one move, I can make the ace go back, ace and 6. But it's a different ace because you double lifted there. See? Okay, so now you put it back like this, but you want to keep your double lift. Keep a little break there, because the next move you're going to do is, what you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, so you can just put it down. You don't have to keep your double lift, but it sometimes makes it easier. You're going to say, okay, now I have my 2 cards here and my ace here. So but when you explain that, I didn't do it there, but when you explain that, you're going to grab your 2 random cards off the bottom and take them behind you and put the 2 aces down. So you actually do have 2 cards here. So you're going to grab the random cards and you're going to palm them. So when you palm them, you're going to set them down in the other 2 when you're grabbing them. See these 2 cards here? The random 2 cards? When you palm it, you're just going to set the 2 random cards down and then grab the whole deck. I'll repeat that one more time. So you have your 2 random cards and your aces here. I'm going to put that here. You're going to want to grab that double lift again, which I recommend keeping. You're going to have these 2 cards here, and the random cards down here. And you're going to put the aces down and grab these back, right here, back. And then you're going to palm them and then put them on these 2 random cards here. And then grab the whole deck there. So that's one of the trickier parts of the trick that I made a little bit easier, which is a little different in the the original version. Now that you have your 4 cards here, they think it's 2, which you need to act like it's 2 so you can pull a. They do the Emsley count, which I will show in a different video. They do the Emsley count with the ace in there, but that is not a very. The Emsley count they have you doing is not a very beginner move. So I am gonna if you know the Emsley count, you can add that in there to make it a little more, sell it a little more. But for beginners, I wouldn't worry about the Emsley count right now. I would have your 4 cards here and your ace here, and I would just do something like a little double lift here, or yeah, you want to do like a. If you learn and practice double lifts, you can say, oh, I got a double lift here. Or you don't say that, obviously, but you got double lifts here, and you got your 6 and your 6 here, and just show them the backs. And then you have 4, but you really just show 2, which that's a pretty beginner move, but it's good for beginners. You're gonna put the cards down, and while you put the cards down, you're gonna put them on the ace, your ace here. You're gonna put them on this ace, okay? So now you say, I'm gonna put this ace. You can show the ace in this one, which kind of sells it even more. So I'm gonna put the ace on the bottom. So when you put the ace on the bottom, you see what you're gonna do is you're gonna create a little break with the last card and the ace. So you're gonna grab the last card and the ace, and then you're gonna set these cards down, and then you're gonna pull 1 off the top, so it looks like you have 2. You're really gonna sell it there. See what I did there? See, let me move this in a little bit. The camera's kind of a little off there. So I had 3 cards here, which they think is 2, and you're gonna grab the top card off and put it to the side, so it looks like 2. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab this double lifted card with the ace, and you say, I'm gonna rub it on these aces to make it try to transfer it. So then you're gonna rub it like this without separation, rub it like this, and then notice that I dropped the ace off when I had that double lift. I dropped the ace on the top with the double lift. See, and then I rub it on there again, and then I grab this random card off the top and place it back over here, which they think is the ace. Now I flip this card over, and it's not the ace, and then you got your 4 aces right here. This is a really nice trick, guys. This is a little bit of my own twist here. Please tell me if you enjoyed this tutorial and you think it was helpful for you. Please smash that like button, and please leave any comments, any feedback you want. Again, I am trying to start a network, so that would be great if you guys could join in on that. Just please comment on my videos, and thanks for watching. Alright, bye.